hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Lagos, good evening to you. Welcome to the last 1 hour of the show called Hard Facts. It comes your way Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 on Fridays, 3 to 4 because of Hard Fact Award, right? Okay. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Welcome to the show again. If you're joining, you've missed a lot. Or if you're just joining right now, you've missed quite a bit. Tomorrow is another day, but meantime, stay with us because we're about to head into the last 1 hour. We'll be speaking about the PDP today. A lot is happening with the PDP. I have joining us via the telephone all the way from Abuja, the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Alhaji Ibrahim Mustafa. Alhaji Mustafa, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. I will correct the name, Ibrahim Abdullahi instead.
Ibrahim Abdullahi. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, I know that we spoke earlier, and you told me that you are being summoned for of what happened in Edo State, but and I know you can't speak authoritatively at this point in time. But yes. What can you tell us about what happened from the report that you got, at least from what is in the public domain?
Well, I will start by confirming to you that the position of the party is that that was not an election, and you don't require PDP as an opposition party to be convinced in that regard. Every discerning mind, especially political spectators in this country, would have confessed to you the same thing, that brazen robbery that took place in Edo yesterday, or the day before yesterday, leading to yesterday's proclamation of the APC as the victors in that election, was nothing short of broad day robbery.
How do you mean?
Well, that's because there's no way an election that was tilting in the favor of PDP. Mm-hmm. About 18 local governments were counted, and the PDP was in the lead before the abracadabra of INEC and APC took place, and 3 local governments that were pending were said to have corrected the lead and give the victory in APC's favor. In any case, you will not expect a serious election of that nature to have not just the national chairman flying in a private jet yesterday to Edo State, when that should have been an aberration ideally, because a national event of that nature does not require people. Nobody stops him from going a day before or today following the announcement. But you can't fly in there just when your party was leading. But the most disturbing part of it all is the fact that INEC will now bring a complaint relating to its IREP and then suspend an election that was ongoing, or counting that was ongoing, only for them to come back later and give it a script that we know already. We have seen it play out in Adamawa. We've seen that play even in Bayelsa and the recent elections. Anywhere PDP or any other political party is in the lead, you will discover if they want to do what they will do, they will call it inconclusive, which has become a strange phenomenon in Nigerian politics. So far, we're only confirming what our fears have been like. And you will recall in the build-up to the election proper, our strong allies and political stakeholders were arrested, and the governor and the family of the PDP came all out and complained. You would not expect that election to attract the kind of attention it attracted from security services. You had the military deployed there in their magnitude. Never before, like we have witnessed in Nigerian history. We've seen the deployment of the police and the warning, the follow-up warning of the IG that it's an election they were interested in its outcome. I don't know why you need that amount, a measure of determination to be able to carry out an election in one state, an off-season election for that matter. We don't see that kind of alacrity, that kind of determination, that kind of commitment in pursuing criminals in this country. We've not seen that measure of seriousness in combating other social menace in this country by the security force. By an election that they had a mercy, they would deploy that kind of determination. So it leaves much to be desired, ideally, in the sincerity of, the government of the day, in ensuring a free and fair and credible election. So we are having our suspicion, and by the time we come up with a categorical position by tomorrow, we shall come fully with a position, and that will prepare me to speak with you better. But suffice to say, this is the thinking in the House, and this is our suspicion, which has just been confirmed by the outcome.
Mr. Abdullahi, analysts would say that PDP is living in denial based on the fact that they have faltered what is happening, especially with the current governor of the state, Obaseki, his rift with his former deputy, his rift with his political godfather in the state, his rift even with the traditional institution in the state. They said that this might have led to PDP's loss in last weekend's election. What say you?
But you will agree with me as well that regardless of all of these factors, PDP was the strongest political party in Edo State. The candidate that we presented, Aso Igodalo, has proven that he is truly a governorship material any day, anytime. And the people of Edo State, thus far, have not only identified with the party, they were particularly rallying behind the candidate to ensure that PDP delivers Edo State. So it is not Obaseki who has any mandate of Edo State, or it's not Obaseki that was to be voted for, or that has more stake in the election, but Igodalo. And that's why Igodalo has been a fantastic material. Otherwise, we would not even have reached where we are with him today. There have been attempts by APC, you will recall several of them, to ensure that they get rid of him from the courts, right from primaries and post-primary desperation that they have shown to get rid of him so his name will not be in the ballot. But we kept fighting it through the courts and through the civil process to ensure that we corrected that anomaly. So I can tell you, Obaseki wasn't the issue. The issue was to do with Igodalo and the PDP, which is a household party in the nooks and crannies of Edo State, as well as Nigeria at large. So there's nothing that somebody would rub on us using all of those factors. Yes, there might be issue between Obaseki and other people, but these issues have been there, and Obaseki has governed the state now for 8 years. So we don't consider that as a factor.
Okay, I want to talk to you. I want to take us back to INEC and his INEC's performance in the last election. You have said that they did abracadabra, if I may borrow your word. But we also heard reports of the fact that there were thugs allegedly on the PDP side caught with dangerous weapons. There were also intimidation from some PDP strongholds and all of that. Did you get this report, though? Did you get this report?
Yes, we are aware of those machinations by APC again to ensure that even their own people were arrested and then painted to the PDP's people. But everyone who saw the confession and the videos that have gone viral would believe outrightly that it was APC who was carrying those firearms and machete and guns and what have you, and light arms and ammunition to ensure that they intimidate the PDP out of power. And they probably have succeeded in doing all of that. Otherwise, why was the arrest a week before election? Why was IG in Edo State? Why was the commissioner apprehending, critical stakeholders of PDP and whisking them away, not even to the command in Edo, but to Abuja, only for them to be cowed and intimidated, and some of them arrested, and without even disclosure of where their movement is. I mean, it leaves much to be desired. Let's be very serious with this democracy. If we want to bring it to a sudden end, I doubt if this is the approach that we need to do. There are better civilized ways of doing them. But clearly, you have seen the desperation of the APC to truncate this democracy, because there's no way Nigerians will go on with this kind of evil forces at display. between maladies of hunger and poverty, the excruciating pain in the land, the pervading insecurity, the rooftop inflation, the floating of the naira, the deregulation of the petroleum price, and what have you, are enough for Nigerians to, hate this party. And
the president seemed to disagree with you because, on the contrary, the president said that the outcome of the election shows that the people are in love with his policies.
There's no way you will expect anything on the contrary. If he thinks his policies are popular, why was he suppressing the protest? Why is the government showing more commitment in ensuring Nigerians do not express their misgivings as opposed to fighting crime and insecurity in the land? Once it is to do with their security of tenure, you see the government coming all out to fight with a renewed determination and commitment. But when it is to do with the fundamental rights of the citizenry, like the protest, expression of their rights in other ways, these people are not there. Like fighting insecurity in the land, like bringing down the cost of living so that the citizens could, for once, ventilate in this country and heave a sigh of relief. These people will come all out and ensure that is suppressed. But when it is to do with the security of their tenure, regime protection, you see them coming all out, deploying the security apparatus at their disposal and ensuring that nobody has, a voice of dissent. This is sad. This is absurd. This is primitive and archaic.
Mr. Abdullahi, please hold your thought. I'm going to just take a few calls and then we come back to the issue of the Minister of the FCT, the disciplinary committee put up by your party, and what is the situation, what's the position of the party right now as regards that particular matter. Let's take a few calls regarding this current conversation about the Edo election and the outcome. Again, like I said from the beginning, you obviously will not be able to say the position of the party right now as regards the way forward, and we hope to hear back from you once the party decides exactly the way forward after the Edo election. Meantime, Lagos, let's have you chime in on the conversation today as regards the PDP's performance. You've heard what the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the party has said so far on the show. We're going to take one or two calls and we head back into our conversation. 0201-277-0993. That is 0201-277-0993. And for the female callers, female only, you can call 0201-465-7190. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, please.
I've been listening to your conversation. You and
Mr. Abdullahi, yes.
the PDP. And I salute his courage. He has spoken very well. My name is Boyes and calling from Afromedia.
Welcome.
Yeah. Now, can you see... suppose it would...
Mr. Boyson, can you start again? Can you see what?
Okay. Okay. What the man said.
Okay.
Can you, all what he said, can you suppose it would not happen to those elections? How do we reconcile the whole thing?
I don't get your question.
You don't get me.
Reconcile what?
All right. Let me put it this way. They said Edo election was won by APC. But we saw the figures when they were reading the figures out. What now happened? What happened at the end of the day when the INEC had to drag people out, even journalists and
civil society? Okay.
Arrived to this conclusion. Can you not get me?
Okay. All right. I get your point now. Boyson, thank you for calling. Good evening to you. That call has dropped. The person has been waiting for some time, so let's hang up. Let's take another call. Good afternoon or good evening to you. Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, please.
Good evening. I'm enjoying your guests, and in the first place, we have to commend the Edo State people for eschewing violence, and in the process, no incidents, no violence incidents. No, at least we do not expect much from this government. We know, everybody knows everything that's happened. As for me, if you allow Edo people to vote freely, this, I don't think the government will be able to score any votes. They were intimidated because it's my state. I was monitoring my local government. We know everything. So may I use this opportunity to advocate for a review of our electoral policy?
Okay.
If possible, we could revisit the option A4.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your thought. Appreciate it, Mr. Abdullahi. Quickly, I've just got a report that your party has taken an official position.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us that, please?
Yeah, the official position is to do with our going to court. We condemn completely the outcome of the process. We have our facts collated, and we are going to challenge the election through the constitutional process available to us for now, even when we feel that the process itself is not going to be in the interest of rule of law and justice in this country, because already the judiciary, like the military, like other agencies of government in this country, have all been cornered by APC and the President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to his advantage. You can see the nepotism, rooftop or primitive nepotism that he has taken and celebrated to rooftop, to do with the major agencies of state under one region, and not just, and even in the region, a micro-zoned region, the Southwest. And that's a dangerous precedent for our democracy if we're operating a federal, constitution. So federalism requires, and the principles of federal character requires a balance of the appointment. But I will run very quickly to some of those things that will give you sleepless nights to corroborate my position.
Okay.
If you look at the Central Bank of Nigeria, it's headed by a Southwesterner. That is not to say that he is not qualified. That is not to say anything about his unsuitability, but talking about federal character and the balance of federal principle. So that is not expected to come in a democracy that is as nascent as ours. Now, the central bank governor is the one I mentioned. If you look at the IG of police, if you look at the chief of army staff, if you look at the president himself, if you look at the controller general of customs, if you look at virtually everything, the name goes endless. You will find out that one tribe in a certain region is dominating all of these things, and it is for a predetermined objective, if you ask me. And that is worry.
What do you think the objective might be?
The objective is to ensure the recolonization, of a people that have enjoyed their freedom before now.
By who? Yeah. Recolonization by who? By what entity?
By the president and his ethnic nationality. Because even the Southerners, as I speak with you, are complaining that it is not to do, even within the Yorubas themselves. Other 5 states of the Southwest are not in consonance, are not on a page with the president and his frightening nepotism. Because every other appointment you see there is either micro-zoned or narrowed to Lagos State. The people in Oshun, in Ondo, in Oyo, in Ogun, and in Ekiti are not as proud or involved or considered, worthy of some of these appointments. I was mentioning some of them. I left the chief of staff to the president, former Speaker Bajabi Amila. So everything that revolves around is introduction of the Lagos policies that he managed or he deployed when governing Lagos State. And they call them Lagos boys, have come to Abuja, and they are discovering that Abuja or Nigeria is not as easy for them to manage as Lagos. And instead of them to admit those weaknesses and failure, they have resorted to blackmailing everybody, intimidating everybody, and suppressing every voice that is not in agreement with their evil policy. So frightening insecurity has combined with administrative incompetence to reduce even the quality of life, of the citizens, including the people from the South, exception of the Southwest. So it's sad. It's a very, very disturbing development in our polity, and we just pray something divine would alter the equation.
Mr. Abdullahi, stay with me. In case you're just joining us, we have the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Ibrahim Abdullahi, on the show today, and we've looked at the outcome of the Edo election, and he's also confirmed the official position of the People's Democratic Party as regards the way forward. When it concerns the outcome of the election for the party, he has said that the party decided to approach the election tribunal to pursue their case there. That's the only option that they've got at this point in time, and they are ready to pursue that officially, the position of the PDP. We'll take a break in a moment, but before we take that break, let me also let you know that I can take one or two calls, or maybe one call before that break. Let's quickly see who we've got here. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good evening. God bless you.
You too.
Hello, good evening.
Please go on. We're listening to you. You've got about 30 seconds.
My name is Emeka Obiora.
Welcome.
I'm calling from Ikoyi.
Welcome.
The issue is that, like I think the first caller said, our electoral policy and act need to be
Reviewed.
Reviewed, honestly, because by the way we are going through our elections, we are having an election in a state, you're bringing up to 35,000 police and all that, all the military are there, suppressing and all that. I don't think it's fair, on our democracy.
Thank you.
Please, that should be there. Thank you so much for
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you too for calling me. Mr. Abdullahi, stay with me. Let's go to break. When we return, we'll talk some more about the PDP now. And yes, Wiki. Stay here, please.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online training company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're over 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912 779 0500 0912 779 0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
My son Frank, I no longer have much time. I've been reflecting on my life and I have many regrets. I regret how I treated you when you were younger. I regret not being there for you as a father. But my biggest regret, Frank, is not buying more homes from Foreshore Waters. Imagine how much more wealth I could have built and still handed them over to you. My son, don't be like me.
Actually, Mr. Johnson, this is Dr. Paul, not your son. And it was a false alarm. You're not dying. Just a few drugs and you're good to go.
You don't mean it. In that case, call me Foreshore Waters right away. Some of our customers regret not buying more units than they did. You can also experience the wealth-building effect of a Foreshore home when you buy a 5-bed luxury maisonette off Banana Island Road at 89.99 million naira initial deposit. Offer valid till the 2nd of October. Call 0700-666-6888 or visit fwl.ng.
This could happen to anyone.
Hafa, have you brought it?
Yes, so confirm. I just removed it from the pack.
Correct. Sir, here's the money.
Pleasure doing business with you, bro. Later now.
Can't wait to floss my brand new iPhone. Wait, what's wrong with this logo? Is this thing original? Bro, come back, I beg. I don't want again, I beg.
Don't let this happen to you. Beware of buying an unauthorized or pre-activated iPhone. Find peace of mind. Look for the Reddington sticker on the box. This assures you that your purchase is authorized. It also affords you 24 months warranty and a 6-month screen or liquid damage cover. You can also scan the QR code in store to check authenticity. As a Nigerian, you deserve to experience the very best that Apple has to offer. Look out for the sticker on the box.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Everyone Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you.
You can also get it on Jumia.
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Good day, my people. I have a message for you from Nigerian Breweries PLC.
Nigerian Breweries PLC?
Yes, and it's about your rights.
Rights?
Yes, Nigerian Breweries PLC is offering a rights issue of 22,607,491,232 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at 26 naira 50 kobo per share. So, as an existing shareholder, it's an opportunity to increase your shareholding in the company. Hope I have spoken well.
Yes,
Take advantage of this opportunity. Participate in the Nigerian Breweries PLC rights issue today. Acceptance period opens Monday, 2nd September 2024 and closes Friday, 11th October 2024. Visit www.nbplc.com to download the form. Complete and submit it with evidence of payment no later than Friday, 11th October 2024 to any of the issuing houses or receiving agents in the rights circular. Nigerian Breweries PLC. Winning with Nigeria.
Hello, my people. You don't ever dey thirsty well before? No worry again. Now Aqua V bottled drinking water go quench that your taste. Aqua V, now clean water we go refreshing your body anytime, anywhere. Aqua V go quench your taste. Remember, if you want to stay hydrated and fresh, carry Aqua V water for hand. Now the water where they can be.
Aqua V bottled drinking water. It is available for stores near you.
Aqua V water. Water is life.
Why do we love stories? Is it because we see ourselves reflected in the different characters? Or is it the unimagined worlds we may never be in, but can experience for an hour or more? So intriguing that it leaves us spellbound. Is it the thrill, the tears, the emotions, the fears? Or is it just because we love the stories we've never felt before?
Find the stories you love on Netflix with plans starting from 2,200 Naira.
Hi, I'm Natasha Kimani. I'm a governance and public policy expert and the host of Talk to Me Direct podcast. Talk to Me Direct is produced by Luminate. Luminate is a global foundation working to ensure that everyone, especially those underrepresented, have the information, rights, and power to influence decisions that affect their lives. In the next episode, we delve into the wonderful world of storytelling, which is core in shifting narratives in the civic space in Africa with the filmmaker Judy Kibinge.
You need to take those films back to the communities where they were made. You need to take those films into our cities so that we as voters and policymakers and storytellers can see them and be re-influenced by them.
Like and subscribe to Talk to Me Direct wherever you get your podcasts.
Attention, all secondary schools, get ready to speak up, stand out, and make your voice heard. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament Season 8 is here. If you have the passion, the skills, and the will to win, this is your moment. Auditions for this year's season kicks off on Monday, September 16th and run until September 30th. Don't miss this chance to compete with the brightest minds in Lagos. How to enter? Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg to Differ banner on the homepage. Choose only one out of 3 topics listed. Argue 2 minutes in favor of and 2 minutes against the topic you chose. Upload your 4-minute recording in MP3 format. Fill in your other details and submit. This is open to secondary school students between the ages of 13 and 16. Register now and prove that you have what it takes to be an I Beg to Differ champion. I Beg to Differ Debate Season 8. the Tournament of Champions. "365 days of conflict. Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th killed 1,200. To date, Israel has killed over 14,000 children. These are not just numbers, they are lives forever changed. Join us for the first of our annual Borderlines debate, a symposium on Israel-Gaza war on Thursday on October 10th at 4 p.m. A forum where ambassadors, diplomats, and humanitarian voices will gather to debate the yesterday, today, and the way forward for Israel, Palestine, and the Middle East. Is there a pathway for peace? The Borderlines debate on October 10th at 4 p.m. This is a chance to hear from both sides. Real stories, real stakes, real solutions. Don't miss the repeat broadcast on Friday, October 11th at 4 p.m. Borderlines debate. Thursday, October 10th at 4 p.m. Only on Nigeria Info. Let's talk. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Attention all students and parents. Ames Education, the multi-destination sport assessment day is here. Now, you get to meet top UK and Europe university reps directly for on-the-spot assessment. You also get to have access to affordable tuition fees up to £7,000 in scholarships, as well as your ability to secure a spot for as low as £2,750,000 in deposits. No application fees, no service charges, and up to 3 installments are allowed when you want to pay. WAEC and NECO can apply. Yes, your IELTS is definitely not required. Free visa guidance and application, and of course, like we said before, no application fees. Now, the date is the 5th to the 12th of October 2024. That is 1 week, and of course the time will be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It will be happening at the Hive Mall plot 117 TF Kuboye Maroko, Lagos. Your contact here for email addresses, that is nigeria@ameseducation.co.uk. That is nigeria@ameseducation.co.uk. Ames is spelled AIMS. Now you can call 0808 437-2965. That is 0808-437-2965. Or you could also go to the website at www.ameseducation.co.uk. That is www.ameseducation.co.uk. This is your path to a world-class education. So do well to take it. Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia perfume, the correct scent, a unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone, yes, you heard me, everyone. Wazobia is a unisex fragrance perfect for both men and women. It is rich and versatile in aroma and is in itself a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? Then we've got you covered across the country because Wazobia perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia perfume a part of your collection or just your store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. That is contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng, or call 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist with your orders. Now, Wazobia perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confident, Wazobia. And ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, the Independence Day jackpot is still here. It's still there for you. Permit my English there. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 million naira is at the end of this tunnel. So this is not light at the end of the tunnel. This is money at the end of the tunnel. What do you have to do to get through the tunnel? Well, play the game. Star 347, star 880, star 3 hash. That is all that is standing between you and your share of 5 million naira. You could also go to the website conversely. Yes, www.oneplay.ng. Get there and make sure you're selecting Nigeria Info as your station, and just like that, your ticket will be in the draws. Now, these tickets will cost you 500 naira. Yes, they will set you back 500 naira. You can play as many times as possible. Yes, as many as 10 times. Or you could, play as little as one time. If that is what your money can reach, then you can just do that. It is a game after all. You do not need to tear a hamstring getting there. Now, once you play, make sure you stay close to your phone, because that winning call could be coming in at any time. And we're not looking at face here. It's a draw. That is why, I say we are not looking at any faces. Now, remember to play responsibly and make sure you are above the age of 18 while playing. One Play is a registered trademark under Luxury Trading Services, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Keep playing, keep winning, because the more you play, the more your chances of winning. It's simple logic. Keep playing and keep winning, and keep listening to Hard Facts, because we giving you money even today is a hard fact. And that's a fact.
That's right, Lagos. Welcome back to Hard Facts. Yes. I'm still having a conversation with our guest today, and you know him too well. Of course, he's the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Ibrahim Abdullahi joins us from Abuja. Mr. Abdullahi, thank you again for giving us your time today.
Thank you. My pleasure. Please.
Yes, let's proceed with our conversation. Let's move away from the election for a bit. Let's talk about the PDP as a party. In fact, before we come to the PDP and Governor Wike, I'd like to get your thoughts on the ongoing crisis in the PDP as to the status of your acting national chairman, Damagum. I know that the NWC is divided, is split. 4 governors want Damagum to stay. 7 governors want him to go. Those that want him to stay have the backing of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. The 7 that want Damagum relief of his appointment as the acting national chairman, they have the backing of Atiku from the latest report that we have. What can you tell us about this particular situation? How is this affecting the PDP as a party?
Well, we have for some time been inundated with this issue, and for us as a party, we are not as concerned in providing opposition, credible opposition this time around, as delving or deploying our attention on that matter. What is more important for the party and the preponderance majority of the followership is to ensure that we provide the desired opposition against this clueless and inept APC in power. But
the PDP itself is divided. There is crisis. How can anyone trust a party in crisis with a formidable opposition?
The point is, look at any of those parties, Sharif, from the APC itself to the Labour Party that put an impressive show in the last election, and just any other political party in this country. You will find out that there's one problem or the other. Even the one PDP is contending with, which I'm not contesting with you, was a design of the APC.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You blame the APC for the crisis PDP is in?
Of course, it is clear. You don't need to even pretend on
Why?
This issue.
Why so? Why?
Yes, because certainly it is interfering with the management of the affairs of the PDP in virtually all of the states of the Federation. It has, first of all, ensured that election was not made credible. Therefore, even the states where PDP is in control, you find out that the opposition, that is the APC there, is empowered to continue to constitute a clog on the wheel of progress for the governors. But the governors of PDP are standing out. That's the vindication there. What is important for us as a party is to ensure that we adhere to the provisions of the law, which is for Damagun to continue to remain as the acting national chairman as provided for by our extant laws. Section 47.6 is clear about it. The deputy national chairman from the zone of a vacating chairman will act. And it has not specified the time limit for that deputy to act. Therefore, I don't know what is the hula balloon here. The fact that the gentleman has been providing leadership, and I've always argued, one thing that will be spoken in his favor is the fact that he's been able to unite this party since taking over in acting capacity. That is most important for us to, emphasize. Because
so, make it clear to me, Mr. Abdullahi, are you implying that the party is united?
Of course.
Today, the party is united?
Yeah, the party is united except for one issue, which has to do with this Nyesom Wiki that you are about to ask. That is the only part that you people are thinking. But we cannot build our political party around an individual called Nyesom Wiki. Again, Nyesom Wiki has at no point throughout this trouble said to you that he is not a member of the PDP. We have carried out fantastic congresses across the 36 states of the Federation. Nobody is giving us credit for that. We have united the party against what obtained hitherto, which was slamming of suspension and dismissal of its members, some of them founding members, like we witnessed during Ioche Ayu, Damagun's predecessor. So we have been able to keep the party. And that was how we lost Peter Obi. That was how we lost Kwankwaso. That was how we lost Shehu Shema. For all of these three former governors. That was how we lost very important people in this country. And many others are going. That was how we were about to lose former Ike Ekweremadu. That was how we were about to, until this guy left, our former SGF. All of those persons that we had in PDP would have tilted the election in our favor if we had gone to that election united. But it was a divided election, including my state of Kebbi, where I ran for the governorship. It was a divided PDP that went on election in 2023. So I tell you this with every sense of responsibility as an insider, that PDP is today more united relative to what obtained in 2023. I'm not saying we are perfect. I'm not saying we are cordial. There are issues, and that is expected. Even in family cycles, the issues to do with disagreement is inevitable.
I want to, sorry to butt, I want to quickly, because of time, I want to quickly talk about the Rivers situation. If you're saying that you're united, there's this big issue in Rivers and some other states, as a matter of fact. The Damagum-led NWC, gave a structure of the party to Nyesom Wiki, and in my opinion, and in some other people's opinion as well, this escalated the tension already existing in the party. And that, to me, is a bunch of confusion as to who owns the PDP's structure in River State as of now, as of today. We're hearing it's been reversed. No, it's not been reversed. Is it the governor or the minister?
Well, the structure of the PDP in River State as presently constituted is in favor of Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, who has shown hunger, determination, and more commitment in party management and in party affairs, who has shown the determination to take control of the structure. It is a game of a struggle. And I must tell you this without equivocation, that Nyesom Wike has shown more hunger for the control of the leadership.
In the hierarchy of party leadership from a state at the state level, who usually should be the controller, the owner of a party structure, the state governor or the minister? I'm not asking this question relatively to the Nyesom Wike and Similar Fubara's situation. I'm just asking in the scheme of things in Nigerian politics.
In general context, as
yes.
a party and by tradition, across party lines, what obtains is that the governor is the leader of the party by tradition.
By tradition.
This is just a convention. It doesn't follow that it's a statutory.
I understand.
Requirement.
I understand.
So the governor is seen as the head of the party in the state. But this has not followed any extant or detailed provisions of the law, whether electoral acts, whether the
I
constitution
know,
of
I
the
know,
PDP
I know.
or that constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's just a question of according the governor the respect to say you are the leader of the party,
Right.
because of course you are the chief security officer in the state. But it's not something that is statutory.
Okay.
And we have had situations where other people have taken control of party, yet they are not governors of that party in this same country. We have had times where chairman of party will come. I will give you an example of during the NRC, we had a very important businessman, Tofa, who was a candidate, but before becoming candidate, he was seen as the leader of the party in Kano, even where there was a governor at that time. You know, so it is not something that is sacrosanct. It's just something that is a struggle of the fittest, and then it's about a game of numbers.
Is a party willing to lose Governor Similaye Fubara of Rivers State as the aftermath or the consequence of the party's decision on the ownership of the party structure in the state? Is that a risk that the party is willing to take?
Not, we're not interested in losing the governor, and that is why we tarried carefully all the while that we were saying we should do this, we should do this. We were trying to apply wisdom in ensuring that we don't throw the baby with the bath water. But one of the proactive measures we've taken as a party is to ensure that committees were created, that of reconciliation and discipline, to ensure that these problems are addressed accordingly. So there's nothing more for the party to do. These committees are peopled by men of wisdom and reputation who have served niches for themselves, outstanding leaders in this country and in this party. So they should be in their position, be able to advise the party, which they are doing.
Right.
After they must have sat with these people alleged to have, you know, either conducted themselves wrongly or otherwise, or people that are seen to have usurped the powers of others. These committees have the capacity to address the problem and then advise the NWC accordingly, and then the NEC. And then in the fullness of time, these problems will be addressed for the benefit of all.
Let's talk about addressing problems. The invitation extended to the minister, Nyesom Wike, by the disciplinary committee of your party. What's the update on that, Mr. Abdullahi?
The committee is sitting. The committee is still sitting and is still receiving.
Has he been invited? Has he appeared before the committee?
No, he has not appeared yet, but a letter has been sent to him, and a date will be fixed for him to put an appearance, like many others, not just he alone. In all of the places where the issues have been raised.
Indeed. We're going to move on very swiftly. I have follow-up on that particular question, but I just have to move on because of time. I also hear a little birdie told me that your party is shopping for an appropriate candidate for 2027. I'm going to throw out some names here, and I'm not saying you should confirm or debunk it. I'm just going to ask you a question afterwards. I hear your party is talking to President Jonathan, Peter Obi, El Rufai. Meanwhile, you have Atiku in the party that we also hear elders of the party appealing to step down. We're not getting any confirmation yet as to whether he's accepted to step down or not. But Mr. Abdullahi, what would you say would give your party the best chance in 2027 general election? Staying with the old guard, talking in this case Atiku Abubakar, or trying to shop for a new candidate who would be your standard bearer in the coming 2027 election?
We are discussing with all of those people, including Peter Obi himself, not really because we want to present any of them as presidential candidates. The presidential ticket is open to everyone that is in PDP. And so we are not narrowing it to the few names that you have called or the more that you are likely to hear in due course. What we are trying to do is to ensure that all of those persons are respected and we see them as political capital for the party. And therefore, if we are able to get their sympathy and their support, it will be in the overall interest of not just the party, but this country. Because these are people that are outstanding. You will agree all of the names you mentioned are people that are presidential material. So when you get them, the more the merrier. But we are not narrowing it on any of these names you mentioned, not the old guard, not the new guard. It's a contestation of ideas and promotion of interest in due course. So all of them, if they are interested, they will jostle for the ticket, and anyone who is so favored will pick the ticket, and the overall interest of the party the members, followers of the party will rally behind that fellow and produce him for the benefit of Nigeria, at least to salvage it from this despair and despondency in the land.
Mr. Ibrahim Abdullahi, it's been wonderful speaking with you today. Thank you for granting us your time to have this chat with you.
Thank you so very much, Sharif. It's a pleasure too. I will make a better appearance in nearest future. I will just be physical, not just on the phone. And I think some of these issues, as articulated, couldn't have come at a better time than now. I want to thank you and your medium most profoundly for finding us worthy of this contribution. Thank you so much, Sharif, in particular.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much for granting us your time. Thank you. There you go, Lagos. The Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Ibrahim Abdullahi, speaking with us on Hard Facts today. That's what we'll wrap it up today on Hard Facts. Tomorrow on the show, we start with Big Three as usual, and we'll do Community U Report. On Community U Report tomorrow, we'll talk about something really interesting. I think we started the conversation last week or so. On Community Report, we'll be talking about forceful migration of customers by discos. It was a great and very robust conversation we had on this particular issue last week. So we continue tomorrow at 4 on Community Report. And at 5 o'clock, we'll talk about blood donation and the health benefit of it. I'll be having Dr. Bodri Oshi Komaya, the ED of LSBTS, that's Lagos State Blood Transfusion Service. He will be joining us on the show tomorrow. So that's the plan. Stay here on Nigeria Info 99.3. I am Sheriff Quadry. I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now.
You are listening to your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's